So we all are so fortunate that we have someone very, very special joining us today for this Guru Story night. जो लोग बहुत सालों से आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग से जुड़े हुए हैं, हाउ मेनी ऑफ अस आर एसोसिएटेड विद आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग फॉर मोर देन 1.5 डिकेड्स? 15 साल से ज़्यादा कितने लोग जुड़े हुए हैं? ओके, ग्रेट. So I'm sure each one of you already knows about प्रशांत राजौरे जी. जो लोग नए नए जुड़े हैं, आई एम श्योर आपने सुना ही होगा. जब हम स्टार्टिंग में आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग में आए थे, लॉन्ग अबाउट 2 decades बैक, तब ऑनलाइन सेशंस नहीं थे. गुरु स्टोरी, वाह, 25 years. हाँ, तब ऐसे गुरु स्टोरी नाइट्स बहुत मुश्किल होता था कंडक्ट करना. सो गुरुदेव हैड रिलीज्ड अ बुक कॉल्ड श्री श्री एज आई नो हिम. या तो वो हमारा गुरु स्टोरी मैनुअल होता था, एंड वी ऑल हैड रेड अबाउट द गुरु स्टोरी ऑफ प्रशांत राजौरे जी. एंड एट दैट टाइम एन आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग वाज सो न्यू. सीइंग दैट समवन फ्रॉम IIT इज अ पार्ट ऑफ आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग was very inspiring for us. हमें लगता था वाह, इतने इंटेलिजेंट लोग, इतने प्रीमियम इंस्टीट्यूट के लोग जुड़े हैं आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग से. So that was my first introduction to Prashant ji, reading his Guru story in the book about 20 years back. And ever since so many years, I have seen this man and I have heard he's traveled more than 40 countries across the globe conducting the art of living workshops. And he has been very integral part of our Visalakshi Mandap building part. How many of you would like to hear the story about Visalakshi Mandap? आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग आश्रम मतलब हमारे लिए विशालाक्षी मंडप है ना. सोचिए कोई उसकी नींव रखते हुए उसका हिस्सा रहा हो तो कितना अच्छा लगेगा जानने में, सुनने में. यस. सो एंड ऑल्सो भैया इज द फर्स्ट ब्लेसिंग कोर्स टीचर in the world. He's one of the first blessing course teachers of the world, and he teaches the Saiyam program, the advanced meditation program, all these programs of the art of living. He has worked very intensively in rural development, in women empowerment. He's been very, very deeply involved in the social projects of art of living also, and also in renewable energy, a lot of solution in that aspect. So he's not just someone who talks about only spirituality. He's so involved both in science and spirituality in his life. Are you all excited? सब लोग excited हैं भैया से, जो इतने सालों से गुरुदेव के साथ हैं, थोड़ी और गहराई में जानने के लिए गुरुदेव के बारे में, संस्था के बारे में. Yes, you all have to put some reactions. You're on mute. Your videos are off. How will we know you're excited or not? Yeah. Some reaction, some video ons would be great. Yes, chat section also. Please use the chat section and write, yes, we want to hear. No sound? Sound is okay from my side, right? Someone can type that, please check your audio connection. Great. Deepa ji, are you there? Do we have Bhaiyya in the call right now? I'll just check. Give me 1 second. थोड़ी तड़प पैदा करते. गुरुदेव कहते हैं ना, गुरु के लिए भैया विल बी हियर इन 2 minutes. Gurudev says this तड़प for the guru or the knowledge is very, very purifying. शुद्धिकरण होता है इससे, गुरु के लिए तप करने से. तो थोड़ा सा तप करके इंतज़ार करते हैं. And it is Gurudev's birthday month, so even more special, no? Waiting to hear from someone who's been with Gurudev for such a long time. इतने सालों से. तब तक आप लोग लिख सकते हैं आप कहाँ से हैं, where are you all from. आप सब चैट सेक्शन में लिखिए. This city from where you are. Chennai, Ratlam, Gurgaon, Bangalore. Great. Singapore, Hyderabad, Bangalore, Chennai, Meerut, Hyderabad, Ghaziabad, London. So we have people from India and abroad both joining us. Yeah, eager to hear Bhaiyya, no? So nice. And one of the most beautiful part is, in spite of being so senior and with Gurudev since such a long time, he is just so, sahaj to be around. So natural, so simple. He's been the same since the last 20 years since I have seen him. He's been serving more, teaching more, but the humility is more, yeah, with every passing year and time. That is something so beautiful, है ना? जब ज्ञान आ जाता है तो थोड़ा सा अहम भी आ जाता है, तो ज़्यादा सेवा करके अगर और विनम्र बन जाए तो ये अपने में इतना बड़ा आशीर्वाद है जीवन, है ना? Great, great. Wow, we have so many people from across the country. Great. So let's wait for Bhaiyya to join in. If you have any questions that you would like to ask him about Gurudev, the organization, the path, your journey with the art of living, you can just message it to me on my personal chat right now. ठीक है, आप मेरे को पर्सनल चैट पे, रम्या है मेरा नाम, माय नेम इज़ रम्या, you can just drop a message on personal chat if you have any questions that you want him to answer. Deepati, just let me know once he's here. Huh? I'll let you all type it out. Till then, please take your good time and turn on your videos. I would really like him to see us. No, that would be the real welcome for someone. थोड़ा सा एडजस्ट करके वीडियो ऑन रखिए, वरना मज़ा नहीं आता ना. भैया इज देयर. ओके, ग्रेट. सो सुनील, कैन यू प्लीज स्पॉटलाइट भैया? धक 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 धक. नो, ग्रेट ग्रेट.
Is
Jay,
spotted.
thank you so much for joining in. There's so many people, with people from across the country and many from abroad, and they are very, very eager to listen to you, to be in this space, share this space with you, listening about Gurudev and your journey on the path. Yes, you can all welcome Bhaiyya by wishing him on the chat section.
Jai Gurudev. My internet was giving me some problem. That is why I joined little late.
No, no worries.
English is okay with everyone, ना? सब लोगों के लिए English ठीक है?
सबको चलेगा ना इंग्लिश? I think सब है,
हाँ,
most of them are okay with it.
So what shall we?
Bhaiya, we just want to sit like children next to you and listen to all amazing stories that you have had over these years on this path with Gurudev in this organization. And just to, I know all the art of living teachers say the same thing. They just want the engine to start and then it happens. So maybe the first question I can ask you, which a lot of us are very excited to know about, is about Visalakshi Mandap. You know, we have heard you've been a very integral part of when it was being constructed and it all came up and happened. How was it to be around Gurudev at that time? What happened? How was it inaugurated? The entire journey. We would love to know that, Bhaiya.
It's just opening the car. This engine will not start with this. But you know, Vishalakshi Matta. See, first thing is being around Gurudev is very, very special. Anytime, whether it was then or it is now. I was just thinking, you know, yesterday, if we saw yesterday's satsang, Gurudev was sharing the story hmm, of what was the idea behind Vishalakshi Mandap and how did it start. And while he was sharing all those old ashram stories, once or twice he looked at me also, you know, and then yeah, because I was there and many of the stories, all the stories I knew. So he was looking at me, and then when I came back to my room, I just realized, you know, see all those people who are there in the ashram, Gurudev has Gurudev has sent them everywhere. Some Swami Satyajata is in Canada, and others are teaching elsewhere in Japan or wherever. And I just realized that, you know, of that old group, I was probably the only one there in that room, you know. And I felt very grateful that Gurudev has sent everyone away, but I am still there in front of him, and you know, every day I'm able to see him, you know. Being in Bangalore ashram, he stays most in Bangalore ashram. So that gratitude was so much, you know, that okay, you know, sometimes the little mind takes over. No, I would like to travel and teach more and more courses to many people everywhere and all that. But at that moment, that realization happened that, see, he has sent everyone there, everywhere, and he has kept me here, with him. So that feeling of, feeling something special, or see, everyone feels special, we all know, Gurudev has that ability. Hmm. See, he has millions and millions of devotees and followers all over the world, and each one of us who have interacted with him, those moments we have spent with him are so special for us, right? And we all feel that Gurudev is my Gurudev, I am special for him. Hmm. And that is his beauty. See, I meet hundreds of people every day. Even if one or two people, if I can make them feel special, it is a different thing. But here, Gurudev, he might be giving only 5 seconds or 10 seconds time to somebody in a year, maybe 5 years also. But that 10 seconds interaction is enough to make that feel a person feel special, isn't it? So you don't have to be with him all the time. Even that little glimpse while he's walking, he'll just look at you. That glimpse itself makes you feel special, isn't it? So we have such a guru in our life that, every human being, every person feels special. Mm, mm. So when that starts, then the real journey of spirituality starts. Uh, there is a Yoga Sutra, Samadhi Siddhir Ishwari Pranidhanat. It means that you get siddhi in samadhi, or you go deeper and deeper in samadhi when you go in surrender. Mm. So it is a catch 22 situation. Only when you go into samadhi, you can experience divinity. But then surrender has to happen, and has to happen to that same divinity. So if you don't know that divinity, how can you surrender? But Gurudev makes it so easy. When he's there in our life, hmm, that surrender happens automatically. And because of that, we are able to go deeper and deeper, and discover more of ourselves and more of him also. Hmm. So that is the. uh,
So beautiful, yeah, so true.
so yesterday, Gurudev was mentioning, there was he was he wanted to experiment with different types of architecture, and he wanted an ashram which we see in the films, no, with films and TV serials, ah, thatched roofs and jhoppadpatti type, ah, wood and mud and all that. And he experimented first few years in the ashram, but all those experiments failed. Those structures were not stable. What he didn't mention was sometimes there would be snakes inside the room, water dripping and things like that. And then the old meditation hall which was there, he wanted, at night time, if we sit for satsang, then we should be able to see the stars and the moon. So they made a transparent plastic sheet dome, and the day it was installed, a big wind came and it blew away the entire roof, and it was found almost 300 400 meters away. Mhm. So that was the strength of the wind. So like this, he said after all that experiments, finally he decided that he will have more concrete structures so that they can last. Otherwise, he keep on spending money. And that was the time, one of our devotees from Hong Kong, hmm, he actually forced Gurudev. Gurudev didn't want. He would come again and again and tell Gurudev that, Gurudev, I will make the new meditation hall for you, and Gurudev will listen, and he would not be interested. And then one day, after a few months of him pushing, he just got an architect with him. Gurudev, this is the architect, and you tell him what has to be made. And there also Gurudev was very reluctant, and so just to keep because he cannot give them any ideas and anything, no. So just to keep that mind, he said, like Sumeru Mandap, slightly bigger, but Sumeru Mandap is open to sky in the middle. I want a covered hall. So then few days later, they came with a conceptual design, and then the journey started. He said, no, I want 3 floors, not 1 floor. So then 3 floors were like all vertical. So he said, no, no, the width, the diameter of the excuse me. So the diameter should be reducing every floor. So then they made another drawing with that, and then the 3 floors became 5 floors. And then the construction started. And because it's we are on top of the hill, the fountain some of the foundation stones, because the hill is like that, the foundations went quite deep to get to the hill. And then he asked us, what are we going to do with the gap, because the floor is going to be way high. So he said, Gurudev, we are going to fill it up with mud. So he says, no, no, no filling up with mud. I want basements there. So that is how 2 basements came all around the building. And if you see, we didn't think about it, we didn't plan about it, nothing. But that building has seven floors, 2 basements, and 5 floors above. So it's like 7 chakras or whatever we want to call it. So automatically it got that way. And the exact height of the building from the lowermost floor of the basement to the topmost point of the Kalash is exactly 108 feet. So again, that was not planned. Exactly 108 feet. After the building was done, all the design and everything, the Kalash sat on the top. Then Gurudev asked us how much, what is the height of the building. I said, Gurudev, 108 feet. We calculated, that was the time we realized. And mm, just before inauguration, one Vastu expert came. And Gurudev said, okay, you go and study. And he went and studied. And we never thought about any Vastu, anything. He said, I have never seen a building more perfect than this. And he said, the most surprising, now I had even not counted the number of pillars in the Vishalakshi Mandap. And he said, there are totally 81 pillars, and 81 pillars for a building like this is very, very auspicious. Hmm. So he says, when he said first 81, no, I was a little shocked. Oh, odd numbers. The building is, he said it is very auspicious and very good. So without any planning, all these things fit into place. And then Gurudev said, okay, there are 81 columns. So we'll give homes to 81 families. So the day the building was inaugurated, that day we handed over keys to 81 families of their homes, just about 1.5 1 kilometer away from the ashram. In fact, if trees are not there from Vishalakshi Mandap, we can see that place if trees were not there. So 81 families were given homes with keys, and that time LK Advani ji was the chief guest, and he handed over the keys to the first few people. But that is what happened.
Oh, Bhaiyya, just took us down the not memory lane. We could visualize what all happened through your storytelling. It was so beautiful. Nice, no? Everyone can share how did you like it while he's talking. But yeah, apart from teaching, you've been involved in so many different projects with the Art of Living. How has the experience been through all of them?
See, one thing I have learned being with Gurudev, no, if you're successful in any project, no, next day you are moved out of that place. You're put in a place where you cannot be successful, or you're new to the place. You struggle. You maybe sometimes 1 year, 2, 3 years, 5 years. You struggle. You crack the code how to do it, and next day you are transferred. And I would always wonder, you know, what is Gurudev up to? Now I have developed an expertise. Instead of me continuing and becoming better at that expertise, why my job is being shifted to some other place, and especially a job which I don't know much about. I'm a chemical engineer, but uh, I was put in Shishi Ayurveda, which I had no knowledge about. And from there, construction itself was a new thing. Making Vishalakshi Mantaps, chemical engineer, doing a civil engineer's job. Then he put me in marketing and sales of Shishi Tattva. He moved me out from the day-to-day management manufacturing to sales and marketing, which I have no idea whatsoever. And then that was done. Then he put me elsewhere and elsewhere. Uh, hmm. And now, just few days ago, I was just thinking, there are so many people who come and ask me so many questions about so many things, different things, and I'm ready with all the answers. Hmm. Why? Because Gurudev exposed me to all those fields. If somebody asks me a question about marketing and sales, also, no, that idea I know. If it is managing their business or job or whatever, all that, whether it is politics in job or politics, this competition, this, everywhere he has exposed. And that was the reason that he would move me out. Okay, you have learned this. Now this, you have to learn more and you have to learn more. Hmm. In fact, very jokingly, we were discussing, uh, there was a that in the ashram, all the old ashramites, we were just waiting for the darshan of Gurudev. We were waiting in the Kaveri building. That is the new secretariat has been named Kaveri. So we were waiting in one of the rooms there. And one of the senior most person in Art of Living whom I know was sitting there. So we were just talking about, Ramayana, Mahabharata, and I said, she's the Bhishma Pitamahi of the organization. She has been there right from the beginning. So she heard this and she said, you can call me anything and everything, but please don't call me Bhishma Pitamahi, because it means you have to lie down on the bed of arrows, no? Hmm. So I said, every ashramite here, you go and ask any and every ashramite, they are all sleeping on a bed of arrows only. That is the first criteria. Gurudev does not allow you to be comfortable. If you want physical comfort, definitely you're not going to get. Hmm. In all that discomfort, in all the challenges, and I'm in the ashram for 29 years almost. Next year it will be, or 28 years for sure. 29 years still a long time. Uh, so 28 years, and even at this stage, where people can think, Prashant ji, so senior person, now he should be he will be grounded and all that. Gurudev does not allow you to be grounded. He will always keep you on your toes. And he has his tricks, he has his ways. He might not even talk to you, he might not even communicate to you, but he knows what strings to pull to keep you on your toes. And the reason why he keeps us on our toes, that is how you develop alertness. That is how you develop enthusiasm. Hmm. If everything is happening, then all that enthusiasm is lost. No, everything is very comfortable. There is no enthusiasm. There is no interest. That is the beauty about him. Only a guru can do. And when I see that he has hundreds and thousands of devotees and followers and teachers all over the world, and he's doing the same thing for everyone, whether he meets them or not, then you understand. He's from another planet. Another, only divinity can do that, not us. The scale at which he's doing, the way he's handling everyone, every single human being. Those who require love and attention, he gives them. Those who require little poking, he does that for them. Those who require, हाँ, जिनका ईगो तोड़ना है वो ईगो भी तोड़ते हैं, जिनका ईगो बढ़ाना है उनका वो ईगो भी बढ़ाते हैं, है ना? तो हर तरीके से वो, हर आदमी को, है ना, वो जैसा बोलते हैं ना, मूर्ति बनाते हैं तो मूर्ति बनाने के लिए एक एक चीज को बारीकी से करते हैं। हाँ, वो गुरु हमारे लिए कर रहे हैं।
So, so beautiful, Bhaiyya. I think it's so inspiring for all of us. Even after so many years, you have just made it clear how it's going to be the way forward. He never makes things comfortable for our own good, our own sake. Bhaiyya, someone here has asked, have you ever got any scoldings from Gurudev ever? And why?
Oh, many,
And how was it?
scoldings, many scoldings, many. Just a couple of days on the Art of Living app, uh, they have put a 50-minute session with my stories. So there are some stories of scolding there also. You can listen to them also. Hmm. But many times, sometimes a little ego also comes. I doubt, somebody else has been scolded as many number of times as I have been scolded. You know, so he will give you instruction. If you listen to him, why did you listen? Can't you use your brains? And if you don't listen, you're using your brains too much. I have told you have to do this, you have to do this. So he will scold you this way also, and he will scold you that way also. And you can't tell him, Gurudev, you told me, isn't it? And लेफ्ट राइट एंड सेंटर पूरा, वो क्या बोलते हैं ना, कपड़ा फाड़ के सब ऐसा, है ना? तुम्हें आईआईटी की डिग्री किसने दिया? इतना कॉमन सेंस भी नहीं है तुम्हारे पास, बुद्धि नहीं है, कैसे क्लियर किया? हाँ, इंटेलिजेंस तो है ही नहीं, किसी चीज का ये है ही नहीं, है ना? तो ऐसे खाए है डांट, खा खा के, खा खा के, खा खा के। और वो तो नए लोगों के लिए डांट बोल के डांट करना, नए लोगों के। अभी जैसे जैसे हम पुराने हो गए हैं, वो नजरों से डांटते हैं। वो पिक्चर है ना, अखियों से गोली मारे, है ना, वो एकदम गुरुदेव के लिए वैलिड है। वो एक नजर से गोली मारते हैं ना, 4-5 दिन सब ऊपर नीचे चलते रहता है। हम्म, है ना। बट देखिए, जैसे एक माँ अपने बच्चे को डांटती है ना, क्यों डांटती है? कि बच्चा एक गलती ना करे और मजबूत हो जाए, है ना। वो गुरु का तो उससे भी ज्यादा ये है ना, कि वो डांटते हैं। क्यों? कि आप अच्छे से मजबूत हो जाओ, कि दुनिया की कोई भी ताकत, कोई भी व्यक्ति आपको गिरा नहीं सके, है ना, आपको रुला नहीं सके। तो गुरुदेव यही बोलते कि या तो मैं आपको रुलाऊंगा या दुनिया रुलाएगी, मैं रुलाऊंगा तो दुनिया रुला नहीं सकेगी आपको, है ना। तो आए गुरु के पास इसीलिए, है ना। तो वो तो सिस्टम बना हुआ है। हम लोग देखते हैं ना, बहुत सारे लोग, अरे आर्टलिंग में बहुत खींचातानी है, क्यों उलझना है उसमें। जब तक उलझेंगे नहीं तब तक गुरु को समझेंगे नहीं। इसीलिए जो होता है वो सेवा करते चलो बस, है ना। वो लोगों को जो सोचना है सोचने दो। हाँ, उलझनों में रहो, और उलझन में रहकर ही आर्ट ऑफ लिविंग को सीख सकते हैं, नहीं तो नहीं सीख सकते। उसका रास्ता वही है ना। गुरुदेव 3 दिन 4 दिन पहले यही बोल रहे थे कि एक ज्ञानी के लिए, अगर देखेंगे तो एक ज्ञानी के लिए हर व्यक्ति, वस्तु और परिस्थिति दुख है। फॉर अ नॉलेजेबल पर्सन, पर्सन एवरी सिचुएशन, एवरीथिंग इज मिजरी, एंड येट द नॉलेजेबल पर्सन इज वेरी हैप्पी। फिर भी एक ज्ञानी, हाँ। तो दुखों के बीच में हर व्यक्ति से देखो, कोई व्यक्ति पूर्ण नहीं है। नो, नो पर्सन इज परफेक्ट। They all have their shortcomings, they all have this, so we cannot expect perfection from them. Every person carries some misery with him, for us, him or her, for us. Every situation carries misery for us. Everything carries misery for us, isn't it? Hmm. So being in that all that misery, a knowledgeable person plays his role, and he is not affected by misery. ये जानते हुए कि सब कुछ दुख है, वो अपना अपना जो भी कार्य किरदार निभाना है ना, वो निभाता है, और मस्त रहता है ज्ञान व्यक्ति, भागता नहीं है किसी से।
So beautiful, Bhaiyya. After certain points, it's so difficult to take things further, talk further. Bhaiyya,
हम्म।
someone has messaged that I've heard one Prashad story of yours with Gurudev. Could you please share it yourself?
It's there on the talk and on the app, but I can tell you the part one of the story. Part two you have to listen on the app. है ना, प्रसाद का है। This was when I was in IIT in the holiday time. I would come and do seva in the ashram. We all as a group would come. Hmm. And doing seva the whole day. Ashram was small and everything. By 8:39, all the seva would be wound up, and then we will go and spend time with Gurudev. Sometimes we'll sing filmy songs, and sometimes we'll have fun, crack jokes, some talk session, knowledge session. Uh, and sometimes, all the letters Gurudev would receive, so many letters he would give to each one of us and say, read and give me the gist. Then he will answer all the emails like that. So all those things we would do. So one such evening, one such night, it was around maybe 10:30, 11. He said, it's time for you to go and sleep. Hmm. So we all got up, we were about to leave. And he said, no, no, sit down again. And he went to his kutir. We were outside the old Shakti kutir in the veranda. He went inside and he brought a plate of sweets with him. And we were 6, 7 of us. So we were all sitting. To everyone, Gurudev gave the seat. And I was the closest sitting to his chair. So he sat on the chair and he pushed the entire plate in front of me. And he said, you take. So in my mind, that question was, he has given prasad to everyone. Why is he asking me to take? Did I make some mistake or something? So that thing, I said, oh, mistake or not, doesn't matter. I put my hand in front of me and I said, Gurudev, no, please give. Hmm. So again, he put the plate in front of him, pushed the plate. He said, no, no, you take. I said, no, whatever it is, I'm going to take only. So I said, Gurudev, no, you please give. So again, he pushed the plate. He said, no, no, you take. Now I'm saying if the guru is like strong headed, as a disciple, I have also got the license to be strong headed. Ah, he has to give the sweet in my hand only, prasad in my hand only. So again, I put my hand like this in front of him and I said, no, Gurudev, please give. Ah, so he pulled the plate towards him and then he says, in this ashram, I teach people to take like this, not like this. You understand? See, when we want anything from any person, ah, we are like this in front. If that person gives me, you please give me, please give me. But you need to learn to take like this. It is my honor or whatever you call it. You know, learning to take things like this and not like this. Hmm. So there is a
Wow.
part two to this story, which is there on the
App.
app.
Please go to the Art of Living app to listen to the part two of this story. I think it was so beautiful. We can all just do manana on this story and try to comprehend what Guru wanted to convey. Bhaiyya, there is one story of a coin and a bird's picture engraved on it. Could you please share that?
No, I have not heard about that story. So
Bhaiyya, someone has asked that over these years, has your faith never got shaken on the path? Have you never doubted the Guru ever?
see, doubts come, but that is how the faith becomes stronger, no? If there are no doubts, then that faith is blind, and that blind faith does not last long. So some doubts come, and over a period of time, being with Guru, with Gurudev, the doubts he says, see he lives that way. He knows you are having a doubt, but he lives in a particular way that you yourself realize, oh, I was doubting the wrong thing. So that aspect becomes faith then. So over a period of time, then you build up, no? है ना? कंक्रीट है, सीमेंट से तो मजबूत होता है, लेकिन बीच बीच में पत्थर भी डालना पड़ता है ना? लोहा डालना पड़ता है. वो लोहा, वो डाउट नहीं है तो फेथ भी नहीं है.
So nice.
Opposite values are complementary. No? That was the first point we need to remember.
Bhaiyya, you are so fortunate that you get to spend so much time with Gurudev, but a lot of us do not have that opportunity. Sometimes I feel very distant from Gurudev because does he even know that I am there? I have this question often. How can I spend more time in his physical presence?
you
Someone
know,
wants to know.
you know, uh, this question many people ask me. You have been there with Gurudev for so many years and all that. So I said, I have been with Gurudev for so many years is no credit to me. you know and even if I'm with Gurudev, does it really mean that I'm with Gurudev? I'm sitting with him in his physical presence. Does it really mean that I have spent time with him? My mind can be in so many different places, no, and it has been in so many different places. Sitting in front of him, my mind goes to some work, some person, some situation, some desire, something. So being with him also, I'm not with him. But one thing is certain, whether I'm with him or not, it doesn't matter. For all these years, Gurudev has been with me, isn't it? That is more important. So the moment you have done Art of Living program, he is with you. Hmm. So you move with that faith. Hmm. I'll tell you a small story. Hmm. This is about 2007, 2008. Hmm. I was traveling with Gurudev from Delhi to Bangalore, and we were at Delhi airport, and we were waiting for our flight. Gurudev was just talking to me, and I was, taking care of Maharashtra that time. All the courses, coordination, everything. So we all know Anna Hazare. So Anna Hazare, before he came to Delhi, he was, doing planning to do an andolan against a corrupt minister in Maharashtra, and that news got to Gurudev, and Gurudev said we should also support him. We should really make it big and all that. So half an hour we just planned, talked about the minister. He said, "You talk to this person, and you take these teachers, and you lead the show and all that." Half an hour, and then suddenly I remembered that particular minister had done the Art of Living program, advanced program. So I said, Gurudev, but this minister has done the advanced program with so and so teacher. I mentioned the name of the teacher also. So Gurudev said that means he's a devotee. So I said he's a devotee or not, I don't know, but he's done a course. Having devotion is different, and doing a course is different, right? So I said he's done advanced course, Gurudev. I don't know whether he's a devotee or not. So immediately Gurudev looked at him and me and said, he's done advanced course. That means he's a devotee. And then he said, Andolan cancel. So see, such a big thing was going to happen against him. And just because Gurudev came to know that he's a devotee, he dropped all his plan. It does not mean that Gurudev did not take any action. Then he contacted that particular teacher, invited that minister, had a conversation. He had a different method to correct that person, isn't it? So all of us, the moment we have done, people who are not even here in the conversation, there are so many people who have just done the course and disappeared. Ah, even they are connected with Gurudev. He will take care of them. So the moment he knows somebody is a devotee, somebody has done the course, he finds another way to address the problem, another way to take care of things. Otherwise, such a big thing would have happened. Andolan would have happened. But the fact that he's just done the course, he called him, he talked to him. One or two conversations I know he has had with him. And that person, till he was alive, he was on the right track, isn't it?
Wow, Bhaiyya, this is beautiful.
So that is what, just know that Guru is there. He will take care of everything. वही मैं पहले बोल रहा था ना, समाधि सिद्धि ईश्वर प्रणिधान, गुरु है मेरे जीवन में, मेरा सब काम होना है। और जब ये निश्चिंत हो गए, तब ही गुरु को हम पहचानने लगेंगे। तो पहले श्रद्धा और समर्पण आएगा, तभी सब कुछ गुरु कौन है क्या है समझ में आएंगे। और हम लोग सच में, मैं इतने साल गुरुदेव के साथ हूं ना, फिर भी मैं बोल नहीं सकता कि मैं गुरुदेव को जान गया, है ना। और गुरुदेव को ये देखो, 3 दिन पहले किसी ने प्रश्न पूछा था कि गुरुदेव आपको कैसे हम जाने, क्या तरीका है। तो गुरुदेव बोलते हैं कि वो एक कोई श्लोक का बोले, तो वो श्लोक का मतलब यही था कि कोई गुरु को जान नहीं सकता, है ना। अगर गुरु को जान लिया, तो गुरु को जानेगा कब, जब वो अपने आप को गुरु का अंग मानेगा तब। जब तक वो अपने आप को गुरु का अंग नहीं मानता, तब तक वो गुरु को जान नहीं सकता। लेकिन अंग मानने के लिए भी तो थोड़ा तो जानना पड़ेगा। जितना जानेंगे उतना ही तो अंग मानेंगे, है ना।
Wow, Bhaiyya. Yeah, someone's asking. We've heard that Gurudev doesn't love like a mother in theoretical terms. He loves in the physical form also for people around him. When people are there around him, he takes care of every minutest details. Can you give
हम्म।
some instances that you have experienced with him? How he
वो
cares
तो,
for the smallest details?
हाँ, स्मॉलेस्ट डिटेल्स वो उनके साथ जब ट्रैवल करते हैं ना, तब पता चलता है कि वो एक एक व्यक्ति जो ट्रैवल करता है ना, हम लोग है ना 2010 में गुरुदेव के साथ हम 4-5 लोग ट्रैवल कर रहे थे। गुरुदेव एंड भानुमा थे साथ में आगे। हम्म और फिर मैं और एक और अपने अमेरिका के टीचर थे, वो हमेशा हमारी सीट हमेशा लास्ट वाली होती थी। हाँ, 33 या 34 जो भी लास्ट रो होती थी ना, हमारी सीट उस रो में होती थी। और गुरुदेव की बिजनेस क्लास फर्स्ट रो सेकंड रो में होती थी। और गुरुदेव प्लेन से बाहर निकलते थे, और वो हम आने तक वो उधर ही रुके रहते थे, वहीं रुके रहते थे। उनका तो वो तो बोल सकते हैं ना कि बहुत सारे डिवोटीज है आगे, मैं उनको जाके मिलता हूँ, वो ये लोग लगेज कलेक्ट करेंगे और कोई ना कोई तो उनको पिकअप करने के लिए आ जाएगा, है ना। नहीं, वो बिजनेस क्लास में थे। ही वॉज द फर्स्ट टू कम आउट। ही कुड हैव सेड आई वांट प्राइवेसी, आई वांट दिस। एंड पूरा प्लेन खाली होने तक वो प्लेन के गेट के बाहर ही खड़े हैं। और फिर हम दोनों आएंगे, और कभी कभी मेरी सीट तो थोड़ी आगे होती थी, है ना। वो लेकिन वो दूसरा टीचर था तो उसकी तो हमेशा। और फिर गुरुदेव मजाक भी उड़ाते थे, ये तो सबसे प्लेन से लास्ट आने वाला है, इसकी सीट आगे भी होते ही लास्ट आने वाला है। लेकिन गुरुदेव फिर भी उसके लिए रुकते थे, ऐसा नहीं है कि ये तो हमेशा लास्ट आता है तो ये है। और फिर उसी ट्रिप में एक ऐसा हुआ कि अ, हमें है ना न्यूजीलैंड से जाना था हवाई। और फ्लाइट थी न्यूजीलैंड से आके ऑस्ट्रेलिया जाना, और ऑस्ट्रेलिया से फिर हवाई जाना। हम्म और मैं जब एयरपोर्ट पे आया तो मेरे को बोर्डिंग अलाउ नहीं किया, क्योंकि मेरे पास ऑस्ट्रेलियन वीजा नहीं था, और वो फ्लाइट लेने के लिए ऑस्ट्रेलियन वीजा की जरूरत थी। तो बाकी सबके पास तो था, तो वो सब चले गए। फिर वो पता लगा कि नेक्स्ट डे एक फ्लाइट है डायरेक्ट हवाई जाने वाली न्यूजीलैंड से। तो उस फ्लाइट में मेरी बुकिंग हुई, मैं गया। तभी मेरे को तो पता भी नहीं है, सेलफोन्स भी नहीं थे, कुछ भी नहीं थे। अभी हवाई पहुंच के क्या होने वाला है, क्या किसको मिलना है, क्या है, कुछ पता नहीं। हाँ, लेकिन जैसे मैं हवाई में लैंड हुआ, वो बैगेज बेल्ट पे आया, तो उधर वो जो एयरलाइन कंपनी के स्टाफ होते हैं ना, उनमें से एक आके मेरे को बोला कि व्हेन यू गो आउट, ऑन द राइट साइड वन पर्सन इज वेटिंग फॉर यू। तो उन दिनों तो मैं धोती शल्य फ्लाइट में भी धोती शल्य पहन के घूमता था, तो पहचानना इजी हो गया कि वो तो धोती शल्य में आएंगे, ऐसे ऐसे कपड़े में आएंगे, है ना, तो उनको बोलना। लेकिन मैं बाहर गया तो वो व्यक्ति उधर रुका था। उस वो मेरे को लेके गया, फर्स्ट टाइम आई वाज मीटिंग हिम। एंड वो फ्लाइट पहुंची थी रात को 9 बजे। और जहां गुरुदेव रह रहे थे 2 घंटे का रास्ता था। और हम जैसे ही कार में बैठे तो उसने पूरा खाना, बोले गुरुदेव ने ये खाना तुम्हारे लिए भेजा है, गुरुदेव खाए ये खाना, और पूरा की पूरा प्रसाद बोले उसके लिए ले जाओ, उसको भूख लगी होगी, है ना। तो पूरा गुरुदेव का जो प्रसाद था वो लाके प्लेट भी लेके आया था, और गुरुदेव उसको बोले प्लेट भी ले जाओ, स्पून भी ले जाओ, टम्बलर पानी के लिए उसके लिए जो भी सूप था उसके लिए ले जाओ, उसको प्लेट में खाना लेने के लिए बोलो। और एक और व्यक्ति भी साथ में था जो मेरे को सर्व भी कर रहा था। बोले अकेले जाएगा तो ड्राइव करेंगे ना एक तो दूसरा थोड़ा सर्व करेंगे। तो इतना तक वो गुरुदेव ने प्लान करके उसको भेजा था, उनको भेजा था।
My God. So beautiful. So tough to ask a question to you, Bhaiyya, after such stories. Just soaking it in. Bhaiyya, one person has asked that there was a story when you said you had made the biggest mistake of your life, and Gurudev said, "Don't worry, I'll pull you out of it." Could you please share
वो
with us?
वो स्टोरी ऐप पे है।
So then you're gonna get lot of amazing stories on the art of living.
इधर कुछ नई नई स्टोरीज बोलते हैं।
भैया आप ही बताइए, हम बस सुनेंगे। बहुत कठिन हो रहा है सवाल पूछना।
नहीं, वो तो स्टोरी है, ऐप पे है, वो तो पब्लिक स्टोरी है, नए नहीं इधर स्पेशल तो।
Anything else apart from that you want to share with us? Please share that story, भैया।
इतना भी तो आलसी नहीं बनो, ऐप पे से जाओ सुन लो।
थोड़ी मेहनत या थोड़ी मेहनत ऐप पे जाके सुनेंगे।
और वो पार्ट 1 ही है ऐप पे। देयर इज अ पार्ट 2 आल्सो कमिंग इन अ वीक और टू।
भैया anything that's not on the app and you want to share with us, please, we would love to hear.
अभी तक तो वही तो शेयर कर रहा हूँ जो ऐप पे नहीं है। This is exclusive for you, first time.
Wow, so nice. Congratulations, everyone. When Gurudev says something to do, sometimes that action gets diluted. Is that okay?
Yeah. You know, Gurudev says you listen to me and yet you don't listen to me. That is what his stance is. If he can listen to me, good. Otherwise, what you are able to do that, isn't it? He's a very cool guru. He doesn't judge. He doesn't. And many times, one day he will say one thing, and next day he will say, I didn't say that. You do this now." Many times, like Swami Satyajata and I have been very good friends. We stayed in one room for so many years. So we will sit with Gurudev sometimes in the night time, and then he will look at me and he said, your Hindi is very good, and Fiji people, they love people who speak Hindi and all that. Why didn't you go to Fiji? So okay, I will listen to him. And in 5 days, you should book your ticket, visa, everything. In 5 days, you should leave. Hmm. And then after 10 minutes, he will say, Fiji, not now. Then, I think you should go to South Africa. South Africa, there are a lot of African people and you will connect well with them. You go to Africa. Mm, okay, this and again, you immediately call the coordinator in of Africa, asked him to send an invitation and all that. So like all excited. And after then 20, 25 minutes, Africa, I don't think so. You should go now. You should go to Dubai, Middle East, short flight. You can go and come back few times and all that. And in that 1 hour conversation, I would have been to 20 countries or five, 6 countries and yet not land in any country. At the end of the day, ठीक है बाद में सोचते हैं, he will get up and he will go. And after that, for the next, when the story happened, that time like this, and then now it's 25 years, he's still not talked about that country and me going there. So then Swamiji and I would joke, I've been to so many countries today, and you have been to so many countries. So like different people, he'll give different places and send them and bring them back and said, okay, maybe we had some karmas connected to that country. He cleared that by just taking our mind there and bringing it back. We don't know. He keeps on changing and he keeps on playing. So end the crux of the matter is, no matter what happens, you learn to be happy and joyful. Gurudev will hit you from the left also and right also and back also and front also and top also and bottom also. He'll not give you any place to escape. The only escape you can have is have a big smile on your face and be contented.
We'll take 5 minutes more of your time, Bhaiyya. Bhaiyya, do you feel the spiritual growth is same both in sannyas and in grahasthashram?
Yeah. It is immaterial. There are so many rishis who are married. There are so many unmarried people. Gurudev says, there are married people unhappy, there are married people who are unhappy, the unmarried people who are happy, and the unmarried people who are not happy. So he says, married or unmarried, be happy. That is more important.
Well, you've been living in the ashram for a long time. We have heard there are some higher beings that come to meet Gurudev. Can you share a story with us around that?
I have not experienced it directly myself, so I will not be able to tell. But one story which he has shared publicly also, that when he was in New York, uh,
Diksha.
The Yaksha in charge, the Gram Devta of New York, came to meet him, and there was a lot of light, and others also saw it. So that was what he shared publicly.
How can we be sure of the fact that Gurudev knows what's going on in our life?
हाँ, गुरुदेव बोलते हैं ना, कुछ जानकर चलो कुछ मानकर चलो, ये बात मानने की है। और फिर भी लगता है कि गुरुदेव नहीं जान रहे तो बोल देना उनको, को मैसेज कर दो, व्हाट्सएप पे, व्हाट्सएप तो नहीं है, एलिमेंट्स पे कर दो, एसएमएस कर दो, नहीं है तो कोई लेटर भेज दो किसी को जो जाने वाला है उनको मिलने के लिए, लिख के भेज दो.
Bhaiyya, a lot of times I wish to write a letter to Gurudev, but I don't want people around him to read that. How can I avoid that?
Yeah, I will tell you my personal experience. I have, Gurudev has given many of his letters to be read by me. Only, and many times I know people who have sent the letters. I knew them and all that. But my Gurudev's, whatever you call it, Maya or whatever, uh, after the letter is read, I don't remember anything of what I have read and what reply Gurudev has given. So it appears as if he is only reading through me. Nothing gets registered here. So don't think that, oh, somebody will read it and, a known person, if he this, you don't worry about it. Hmm. And I have read hundreds and hundreds of letters, maybe thousands also. But I don't remember anything. The next day you ask me about any letter, I don't know.
Uh, how was it to be around Gurudev in the earlier days? You were just sharing that you were five, six of you in those days. How did you all spend time around Gurudev in those days? We really wish to know so.
It's all under stories of the app, the early
App has
days.
to be subscribed right now, everyone, for all the lovely stories. When Gurudev gives us some specific instruction, how do we know that for how long we have to follow that? Do we have to go and ask him in person for the next instruction, or is it that the answer will come to us on its own?
Whatever your choice, both for both the questions. Hmm. You follow the instructions as much as you are comfortable with. If you're not comfortable following it, drop it. And you want specific instructions, you can ask him also or wait for an answer. Both is your choice.
Someone has asked, sometimes people on the path go through more challenges. Is that some kind of karma cleansing for the ultimate liberation?
No, it is obvious. No, it's not karma cleansing. It's not karma cleansing. Now, who has more and bigger problems? A student in 10th standard or a student in 5th standard? Student in 10th standard, right? So you have more and bigger problems because you have gone to a higher class. In spirituality, when we are here, don't think problems are going to become small and less. It's going to become bigger and more. That is a sign of growth. That is a sign of promotion. So we are all living under a myth that one day my problems are going to get over and I don't want any problems in my life. That day is not happening. You see, Gurudev, he has the most problems. He has the biggest problems and he's smiling all the time. So being a guru, he has even more problems than us. He has bigger problems than us, isn't it? So that is a sign of growth. It's not karma cleansing. Nature or whatever, guru, whoever has found you capable of enough to handle bigger problems. And that is what, even in corporate place, it works like that. The more you're ready to handle more and bigger problems, you are promoted. Your subordinate who is not willing to take problems, not willing to take challenges, you don't promote that person. You don't give him responsibility. He's not going to do it. You always encourage the person who's willing to take up the challenges, right? And eventually that person is promoted. And same thing works with you. The more you're ready to take challenges, life and everywhere, every aspect of life, you will be promoted.
So beautiful. In the time of Rama and Krishna, people eventually got to know that they are avatars. How will now people come to know that Gurudev is one too?
Whether people come to know or not doesn't matter. You recognize that. That is more important, isn't it? Don't worry about people. When they need to know, they will know. But now since you have known Gurudev, you recognize that first. And once you recognize, be happy and contented. And when their time comes, they will know it.
When you feel nothing is working, yet you still keep working. Any words of wisdom around that, please share.
Keep on working, keep on working. No hard work goes waste. Okay, eventually, it will bring fruit, not maybe the way you want it, but in some other place at some other time, it will give you fruit.
People have been feeling very, very great after listening to all the stories, Bhaiyya. I think it's time. We don't want to say bye, but as we usually, yeah. And one very good news is Bhaiya keeps on taking a lot of online programs also. And this very weekend, he is conducting an online meditation program. So, just from the comfort of your homes, you can just dive very, very deep into meditations. He also is a Saiyam 1 teacher. Now that we all know that Gurudev has gifted this planet with Saiyam 2, I'm sure we all need to be attending a Saiyam 1 program in case we have not done. But you want to say something about the Saiyam program to them?
Yeah. See, we all feel good, no, after meditation, after Sudarshan Kriya. But what happens after 10, 15 minutes, after advanced course, 1 or 2 days, that whole experience is lost, right? Hmm. So Sayam is the process, the technique to bring that experience to our day-to-day life. If we can carry that same blank, quiet space to deal with every situation of ours, then it is a win-win situation for everyone, no? Isn't it? And Sayam is that program. The techniques there, when we practice over a period of time, hmm, we carry that state of mind everywhere we go. And that is what Gurudev is doing. And that is why we see he has created magic out of just teaching people how to breathe. We can see, he has created this entire universe out of thin air. No? So that is what Sayam is.
So in the
And
chat section, Deepa ji has shared the upcoming Saiyam and the advanced meditation program details with Bhaiya. If anyone is available on those dates or can manage and take out time in these dates, please do that. We will share Gurudev's email ID here also with you after this session. I think it was so beautiful for all of us here, Bhaiya. We all are going to definitely go to the app and listen to all the stories that we didn't hear it here today, and we are so fortunate we heard all the unheard stories of Gurudev with Bhaiyya, yeah. And we would love to have you over once again with us to have the remaining stories. We are sure that you have a treasure, a full, bucket full of stories that are not shared on the app or here today. We would love to hear those once again when we meet. Yeah? How many of us would love to meet him once again, listening to all the other stories that we couldn't hear till now? But till then, let's feel so honored and contented with what we could hear today. And if we all could share in one line how you're feeling and what you're taking back after the session today, I think he would love to hear that.
one more thing, Deepa ji, वो दिल्ली का कोर्स 4 to 8 है, not 4 to 7.
That's a physical offline Sanyam, no bhaiya?
संयम 4 to 8 है, not 4 to 7.
We have an offline Sanyam in Delhi coming up with Bhaiya in June first week. And we have the online AMP this weekend. We'll be sharing the details on the group and here also. Can I join Sayyam from US? Maybe in US or online.
In US, Gurudev is doing Sayam 2 in US, 10 to 13 July. Okay. Join there, and there are teachers, couple of teachers in US who are regularly teaching, so you can join any of the programs there. The reason is, it's a opposite time, day and night opposite. It's opposite, so best you do it in US. Online, it's not advisable.
You filled the entire 1 hour with wisdom, Bhaiya, but still any word from your side that you would like to leave us all with?
Gurudev says, no, just be happy. That's all. Be happy. That's all.
So simple yet so strong, Bhaiya. Thank you so much.
Jai Gurudev. All the best.
Thank you so much for taking out time and being with us, Bhaiyya. We can all share your experiences. We'll share with him also. Yeah, please write it down here. You can share. Thank you, Bhaiyya.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev, thank you so much.
Jai Gurudev.
Please feel free to unmute and say anything if you want to.
जय गुरुदेव
Jai Gurudev भैया. Jai
जय
Gurudev.
गुरुदेव जय गुरुदेव थैंक यू
Jai
सो मच
Gurudev Bhaiya.
Jai Gurudev.
थैंक यू
Thank you so much, Vaya. It feels like, it's so good to hear about Gurudev. Every devotee's dream come true. Thank you so much. Jai Gurudev.
Thanks for your time, Bhaiyya. Jai Gurudev.
सबसे अच्छा तो ये लगा दीदी कि भैया ने बोला कि हमारे सारे समय गुरुदेव हमारे साथ होते हैं, ये हमें नहीं भूलना है। कि हम सोचते हैं कि अरे गुरुदेव तो उधर कहीं पे है, बेंगलोर आश्रम में या किसी और आश्रम में, और ही इज ट्रैवलिंग, बट वी मस्ट नॉट फॉरगेट दैट इन एवरी सेकंड ऑफ आवर लाइफ ही इज विद अस। ये काफी ओपनिंग था। सो थैंक यू सो मच भैया फॉर शेयरिंग दिस विद अस।
Jai Gurudev.
Thanks for sharing, Jai. मैंने
मैं बोलना चाह रही हूँ कि आज सुबह से मेरे मन में बार बार भैया ने जो योग सूत्र 2 बार रिपीट किया, वो बार बार सुबह जब मैं सो के उठी बार बार मेरे मन में आ रहा था, और मैं आई वॉज वंडरिंग कि ये क्यों आज मेरे मन में आ रहा है। तो मुझे मालूम नहीं था कि मैं ये सेशन अटेंड करने वाली हूँ। तो अभी मैं आई कैन रिलेट इट मुझे ये सेशन अटेंड करना था, इसलिए वो मेरे मन में आ रहा था बार बार।
Very good, Neetu ji. Very good. Okay. Okay.
प्रशांत जी जय गुरु।
हाँ, जय गुरुदेव.
ओके, एक डाउट है मुझे। मैं एक एएमपी और सरल समाधि कर लिया हूँ, दोबारा एक एएमपी करना पड़ेगा संयम के लिए?
संयम के लिए 2 MP करना पड़ता है.
अच्छा अच्छा, ठीक है।
तो
और
नहीं
एक
किया है.
एएमपी करने के बाद अप्लाई कर सकते हैं।
हाँ, तो मेरा भी
ठीक है।
ये पे ऑनलाइन AMP है, अगर कर सकते हैं तो कर लो. नहीं तो बहुत सारे अलग अलग जगह भी हो रहे हैं, अलग अलग टीचर्स के, वो भी कर सकते हैं अपने टाइम और कन्वीनियंस. और उसके बाद संयम इमीडिएटली नेक्स्ट वीक संयम कर सकते हैं, कोई बात नहीं.
आपसे मैं लिया था एएमपी,
हाँ,
दोबारा एक बार अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा ऑनलाइन, ठीक है ना? उसके बाद मैं संयम के लिए जा सकता हूँ।
हाँ, हाँ.
ठीक है, धन्यवाद।
Swayam is happening almost every month. Someone has asked. It will be in October also.
क्या ये एवरी मंथ ऑनलाइन एक कर रहा हूँ मैं, इन पर्सन ऑल्सो 1 month.
Thank you everyone for being a part of this evening. Jai Gurudev.
एएमपी 2 में सेम कंटेंट रहेगा या डिफरेंट, प्रशांत जी?
थैंक यू।
AMP सेम रहता है, संयम थोड़ा अलग रहेगा।
हाँ,
बट
ठीक।
एक्सपीरियंस डिफरेंट होता है.
हाँ,
हाँ जी।
कंटेंट इज सेम बट एक्सपीरियंस इज डिफरेंट.
सेकंड एएमपी में एक्सपीरियंस डिफरेंट, ठीक है ना?
क्या है?
हाँ, ठीक है, ठीक, धन्यवाद।
जय गुरुदेव। कल शाम को भी आप हमें ज्वाइन कर सकते हैं. विल हैव अनदर गुरु स्टोरी नाइट टुमारो इवनिंग ऑल्सो. It will be just finalize the time. It's either 9 or 9:30. And see you tomorrow. Jai Gurudev. Have a great night, everyone. Let's all go to sleep feeling very, very blessed and fortunate to be with Gurudev. गुरुदेव कहते हैं ना, जिस तरह से हम सोने जाते हैं वो बहुत ज़रूरी है. किसी कमी के साथ नहीं सोएंगे, कृतज्ञता के साथ सोएंगे.